Pandemics that shaped human history. From the Antonine Plague to the COVID-19 pandemic, these outbreaks have left an undeniable mark on human civilization. We will delve into their causes, spread, and devastating consequences. Join me as we journey through time to understand these pivotal events and learn from the past. Our journey begins in the Roman Empire, a civilization at its zenith, yet ill-prepared for the invisible enemy that would soon grip its people. The Antonine Plague, likely smallpox or measles, swept through the Roman legions, decimating their ranks and spreading like wildfire. Ancient historians describe the horrific symptoms: fever, pustules, and a death toll so high that bodies lay unburied in the streets. The Antonine Plague weakened Rome's military, disrupted its economy, and left a lasting scar on its psyche. Centuries after the Antonine Plague, another devastating pandemic emerged during the reign of Byzantine Emperor Justinian I. The Plague of Justinian, caused by the bubonic plague, arrived in Constantinople on grain ships from Egypt. The Byzantine historian Procopius described its gruesome symptoms: swollen lymph nodes, fever, chills, and a painful death. The Plague of Justinian weakened the Byzantine Empire, disrupting trade and contributing to its decline. The Black Death, also known as the Great Plague, cast a long shadow over Europe. This outbreak, caused by Yersinia pestis, spread along trade routes from Asia, carried by fleas on rodents. Symptoms included painful buboes, fever, and swift death. The Black Death killed 25 million people, leaving a legacy of fear and social upheaval. With the dawn of the 19th century, the world faced a new and terrifying pandemic: cholera. The third cholera pandemic, the deadliest of the seven, originated in India in 1852, spreading along trade and pilgrimage routes. Symptoms include watery diarrhea, vomiting, and dehydration, often leading to death within hours. The pandemic exposed poor sanitation in overcrowded cities. It led to advancements in public health and sanitation. The third cholera pandemic claimed over 1 million lives, leaving a lasting impact on public health practices. In the late 19th century, a new strain of influenza emerged, rapidly spreading across the globe. This pandemic, often referred to as the Russian flu, was caused by the H2N2 influenza virus. Symptoms included high fever, cough, headache, and muscle pain, similar to seasonal influenza but often more severe. The pandemic disrupted daily life, overwhelmed healthcare systems, and caused widespread fear. The Russian flu serves as a reminder of the constant threat posed by influenza viruses and the importance of global surveillance and preparedness. As the 19th century came to a close, the world faced another wave of cholera. The sixth cholera pandemic originated in India, spreading rapidly through contaminated water and food. Despite public health advancements, cholera remained a significant threat in areas with poor sanitation. The pandemic highlighted the need for investment in public health infrastructure. In the wake of World War I, the world was struck by the Spanish flu pandemic. Caused by the H1N1 virus, it swept across the globe in 3 waves, infecting 500 million people. It was particularly deadly to young adults. The virus spread rapidly through military camps and war-torn cities, amplified by troop movements. The Spanish flu reminds us of the devastating potential of pandemics. In the mid-20th century, a new influenza pandemic emerged, originating in East Asia. The Asian flu, caused by the H2N2 influenza virus, spread rapidly across the globe, reaching North America and Europe within months. While not as deadly as the Spanish flu, it still resulted in a significant number of deaths, particularly among the elderly and those with underlying health conditions. The pandemic led to the development of new influenza vaccines and antiviral drugs, demonstrating the importance of scientific advancements in combating infectious diseases. Just over a decade after the Asian flu, the world faced another influenza pandemic, the Hong Kong flu. Caused by the H3N2 influenza virus, this pandemic originated in Hong Kong and spread globally, causing widespread illness and death. The development and deployment of vaccines played a crucial role in reducing the severity and spread of the Hong Kong flu. The pandemic underscored the importance of ongoing surveillance, vaccine development, and public health measures in mitigating the impact of influenza pandemics. In the early 1980s, a new and deadly pandemic emerged, the HIV/AIDS pandemic. This pandemic, caused by the human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV, attacks the body's immune system, leaving individuals vulnerable to opportunistic infections. Over time, scientists developed antiretroviral drugs that could effectively suppress the virus and prevent the progression to AIDS. The HIV/AIDS pandemic has had a devastating impact on millions of lives, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, and continues to pose significant challenges in terms of prevention, treatment, and access to care. In the spring of 2009, a novel influenza virus emerged, causing the first influenza pandemic of the 21st century. Known as the swine flu, it had genetic similarities to viruses in pigs. The pandemic was relatively mild but caused significant illnesses and deaths, especially among young people. It highlighted the importance of global surveillance, vaccine development, and public health preparedness. In late 2019, a novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, emerged in Wuhan, China. The COVID-19 pandemic has profoundly impacted the world, affecting nearly every aspect of life. It has led to widespread illness, death, and economic disruption. Rapid vaccine development has offered hope for normalcy. The pandemic underscores the importance of global cooperation and public health preparedness. These pandemics, from the Antonine Plague to the COVID-19 pandemic, have left an indelible mark on human history, shaping societies, influencing cultural practices, and driving scientific advancements. Each pandemic has brought its own unique challenges and taught us valuable lessons about public health, disease transmission, and the importance of global cooperation. While pandemics have caused immense suffering and loss, they have also revealed the resilience of the human spirit. Stay informed, stay safe, and thank you for watching.